What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, we back at it. We back at it. What's going on with everybody? Everybody doing? How you feeling? I would say this early morning, but this ain't coming out to noon. So this early afternoon. What's today? My day be. It's Monday. My days be bleeding together. I had to go outside a couple times and I feel like I reached my old man stage, old head stage. Like when I go outside, I be trying to be in the house by 2. Like I used to be outside and I want to be 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. I'm still outside drinking and smoking and kicking it. Now I hate it. I hate it. I don't like this. I hate it and love it. I like the naps. I like the old head naps. But trying to kick it till 4, 5, I don't always have it in me. I just don't always have it in me. But welcome back to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. You dig? Oops, great. And for today, right? You know, I always try to find something different. Today our reaction is gonna be via Curtis King. I think it's Curtis King TV. I want to be correct. This ain't the first time y'all seen him. This ain't gonna be the last time you seen. But Curtis' channel's kind of changed a little bit, and I think it's changed for the better because it kind of he's doing interviews, a lot more interviews, which is dope because I think his channel is at a point where it has a nice for one, it has a hell of a following, but his channel has a reach that beginning channels like mine or even some of the middle of the road channels that are established, but they're not at a grand level yet to where you could reach out and reach out to high level people and get a response, let alone an interview. But with him doing that, it kind of like quasi leaves the reaction segments, like channels like me who are just starting out, because that's kind of like the easiest way to get your foot wet a little bit in this is starting with the reactions and then growing from there, which is ultimately my plan. He had an interview with a DJ Charisma, which is dope because we oftentimes forget that no matter what music is made, eventually, if you want your music to succeed, it has to touch the hands of a DJ. Now, there's 2 different types of DJs. In my opinion, there's the radio DJ. I think they're kind of, I don't think they have the freedom that most of us think that they have to just play whatever and it don't really matter. I think there's a structure to it. DJ Head did an interview about how music or playlists are structured when it comes to the radio. I might have go dig that up and I'm gonna put that out there just so people could. I want us to all have proper information to make proper decisions or to judge stuff fairly and to know how spins are given or taken away is valuable. Long story short. Then there's the club DJs. They got all the freedom in the world. My biggest difference that I think of in my mind, a radio DJ need the music to resonate with everybody listening to this channel. Whereas a club DJ, if they want to, every set can be different to some degree. They're playing that room, you know what I'm saying? So as long as the room is growing, you know what I'm saying? It don't really matter. if you got your finger on the pulse of what's hot in your city, suggest that's the makers of a successful DJ. But we're gonna get to this video because she said some things that even I didn't think about, and that's what I really be on. It's like I want to show us, make sure we see some stuff or pick up on some stuff that we didn't know. Why do we want to keep watching it if we know stuff all the time? Why do we want to watch something or take in something that's telling us the exact same thing that we already freaking do? So that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I did the damn thing. I woke up to some hellified new subscribers. Day before I woke up, I had 3 new subscribers. Today, before I got started, I want to say I have 4 new subscribers. And that was at like 7 a.m. So I appreciate y'all, because when you get them kind of messages on your phone, your YouTube Studios, so it's an app you put on your phone. It lets you know what's going on with your channel or all your channels, however many you got. And when you see that, man, it motivates you to, hey, get up, bro. You need to get that content out there. Go give the people something different. So here I am. So if you're smoking, light it up. If you're drinking, pull it up. It is a little early, East Coast wise. It's 9:35 right now, East Coast time. So if you're drinking, hey, you grown. Do what you're gonna do. Just make sure you're in the house. I don't want nobody outside still drinking and whatnot and trying to get back to the spot. But let's get to the business. This is DJ Charisma, and this is courtesy of Curtis King TV. Let's have a listen.
The biggest artist in radio right now, and you mentioned Kendrick, but there was a point in time where I remember hearing some of the conversation of DJs is like, he doesn't have these certain types of songs that could get played here and there. But lo and behold, 2025 is a much different offering from Kendrick and artists such as that. What do you think of the current state right now, or at least the trajectory of West Coast hip hop in your eyes? Where do you think we're at right now?
Oh, I love it, man. What he did for us was great. We needed it, because I've been having these conversations behind closed doors, like, fuck, we need to get our momentum back. Like, something's got to change, something's got to happen. So when he did that, it's just, man, it gave all of us new life, and I love it right now. I love getting to play him and not Drake on the radio. Like,
now y'all see that? I had to pause there because, again, I'm going to admit it 10 times out of 10. I am a forever Drake hater. Too many things about that man's characteristics that, to me, there's too much about him I don't like. Too much about him I don't like. And no, I ain't never met that man a day in my life. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. I don't ignore my feelings about somebody. You know what they say? That first instinct? That first instinct tends to be the correct instinct. Is it always the case? No. But that first instinct, it'd be a mother. It'd be a mother.
Been radio for about 15 years, y'all, and I've been forced to play a whole lot of Drake.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it was a time.
I'm always rooting for my home team first. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so for me, all these years, it's been like, So to have Kendrick making West Coast slaps, that's a beautiful thing, because he really never did that. Humble was not like. That was a 75 low tempo, huge hit record, but it wasn't what we consider ratchet parties.
Y'all see why I started mentioning BPMs? Shout out to DJ Head. I started paying attention to BPMs and noticing that music, that slow tempo music affected me differently, regardless of what the music was about, comparative to a song that's 105 BPMs versus a song that's 75 to 85. I'm not saying I I don't listen to no slow BPM music because I'll throw on the old cut, and they'll give you every bit of like 74 BPMs. But I that's what I want, slow and smooth from my throwback old school music, not my current hip hop music.
Sound that we like in the clubs,
Right.
the sound that we like in the functions. So it's great that Kendrick got on this tip for this project.
And then brought so many younger artists, emerging artists from the city, and allowed them to
huge of him to do. Huge.
You know
of
what
him.
I mean?
I'm so glad he did that.
He allowed them to just be them. I think it was interesting how he did on Mr. Morale with Kodak Black. He had Kodak Black rapping over stuff you would never hear Kodak Black in his own solo, catalog rapping over. In this, it seemed like he went into, AZ Chike. He went into Peso's world. Like, he made sure he created these soundscapes that were like, they're seamless. They go right there.
He's a genius. He is a genius.
Dope the way it was executed. I remember a time though where it wasn't nobody out here regionally that said this. When I would go to other places, like Merge took us on tour, and I remember hearing some of the conversations about West Coast music being too regional, and I just never understood. Like, I understood what they meant, but now we're in a time where people, it seemed like all over, are having identity crisis because they're seeing the success of West Coast right now, and they're like, what do we sound like? Everything became so homogenous. What do you kind of feel about the direction of maybe even the possibility of regional sounds coming back into the game?
I hate that. I hate that it's like that, the regional thing. Because even me as a LA DJ, like, I'm always down to see who's the hottest in Atlanta, who's the hottest in New York, Detroit. And I play them just as much as I play the West.
I disagree. The only reason I'm pausing is because I want to make sure I know to what degree I disagree. But I definitely disagree. Here's why. What you got when the sounds were regional, what we got was more authentic music to each area. Now, I share her concern though. So she's not completely wrong. She's just not completely right, in my opinion. I want regional sound. I want Atlanta to sound like Atlanta. I want Houston to sound like Houston. I want Detroit to sound like Detroit. New York to have that same New York arrogant ass sound that they always have. But I also want everybody to play the best of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't just like California music to California. I want it cultivated in that California pot, and y'all come up with your own recipe of what it sound like, what it look like, what it feel like, and then share it. Because if think about it this way, if California is showing us and selling us the best of California sound, of West Coast sound, whatever, however you want to phrase it, and somebody from Atlanta, somebody from Houston, whatever, they do the same thing. It's like you're getting the best of everywhere. I think doing it that way, you cut out the weak. If you can't make it regionally in your own area, why the hell do I want to listen to you in my area? Your own people not rocking with you for a reason. As a consumer of music, I should be able to respect. Hey, that area said this one ain't it. Okay, I don't even gotta waste my time rock with y'all. Y'all the best of the Chicago, this Chicago thing. Let me throw this on. Let me see what this is, because you're gonna be the best representation of that area. So regional sound is good to me. I think it'd make it harder for people to masquerade. I think if we were heavy on the regional thing, guess what? We don't get Drake. Yeah, I knew I was gonna get back to that. I take every show at least 2 good minutes to hate on him, just so I'm consistent in my thought. You don't get a Drake. You can't go to Atlanta and soak up culture and a sound and a way of talking and verbiage and stuff like that. Because then it becomes more of a gatekeeper thing to where like, hey, nah, bro, what you doing? You ain't even from here. I don't even know where you come from. Gone back where you came from. Think about it. That'll make collabs better. Because now you don't have a record with 2 or 3 people who sound the same. They're going to give you completely different. That's good gumbo. I know it made me sound fat, but that's good gumbo. Because you're taking the best sausage and the best shrimp and the best crawfish, the best corn and the best potatoes, and you putting it all in one thing. And you see what I'm saying? Hopping all around the place, collecting different sounds, that's whack. I don't know what you sound like.
West Coast, so I hate that. But yeah, no, like the regional sound is a thing. Yeah. Like we do go to Atlanta and I'm kicking it with my DJ homies and they ain't playing none of our stuff. Come on, man. If it slaps, it slaps. If it makes you feel good, it makes you feel good. That's what was so beautiful about like the Squabble Up and the Not Like Us.
That is whack though, bro. Like to not play something and it's a hit. Like for all the hate I got for Drake, I always kind of just shrugged my shoulders when I don't listen to the radio, so it didn't affect me. But to go to the functions and hear Drake sucked. But I never bitched about it. I understood it. You know what I'm saying? I'm fair about it. They threw the song on. Bet. I'm about to go outside, bro. Perfect time to smoke. Perfect time to smoke. That's how I've always played it. But don't not spin somebody's record just because you feel some type of way about it. Like if Nokia was really like that one to where, again, like I said in the last video or the video before, that you gotta, if I gotta go ask the DJ to play it and it's a hit, I would expect it to be played every time I go outside. Matter of fact, on a side note, before I get back to the video, I was outside yesterday, right? Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. Because I didn't do much yesterday. So Saturday, popped outside. I was outside at about 10-ish. Popped outside about 10-ish. I rotated 2 biker functions. 3 biker functions. Yeah, 3 biker functions, and one of them I spent the block and went back again. Not once did I hear a Drake album. Not once did I even hear Nokia. And this is what I'm be trying to get people to understand. Eventually, I'm gonna do some videos and stuff when I'm outside, but I want to make sure, because of what the word I play in, I want to do it the right way where I'm not disrespecting my fellow bikers. But he got no play. I don't know how this song is doing what it do. I do go occasionally to civilian places. I will be at one probably Thursday. That's what's mystifying me about this song is Nokia song. Because as I'm outside, I don't understand why I don't hear it. I get that if I listen to the radio, I probably will hear it. Got it. Granted. But for the way people trying to big this song up, I should be able to go to civilian bars or clubs and hear it. Because who else spinning it? Some of these bars got the little jukebox thing on the wall where you download the app and it plays whatever you want. I'm sure a song should be in there, right? I'm gonna check one day. DJs, especially a lot of places I go to, got live DJs that take requests. It be women in there. I mean, if I seen a man go request that damn song, bro, I'm order that nigga some cranberry juice and sending it to him. Hey, give him cranberry juice. He about to start his period. Don't look at me that way. I've done it before. Yes, there do be niggas that get offended enough to want to fight. No, they don't fight me. But if y'all know another way that I could be missing this song that could explain why it's at where it's at right now. I think last time I checked the charts, it was in the top 10. I think it was like 8 or 7, something like that. Because I want to be fair. It's not gonna change my viewpoint of him at all. I don't rock with dude. But I want to be able to understand why his music is out, if it is out. You know what I'm saying? I want to be fair still. But it's still F Drake. Pause. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have paused.
Because he has that big of an influence that it hit everywhere across the world. And to come on, and we got plenty of songs just like this. Yeah, this kid he put on here, AZ Chike, he been the guy out here in LA. You know what I mean? So y'all are late. Y'all are so late. But check it out. Go back, check out their back catalog, and I guarantee you they'll have you in your living room feeling good.
Come on,
giving you them vibes.
But I do want to. I know you already said earlier. I want to get to at least one question about this. I know you said earlier you were like, "Look, I'm gonna always be home team first." But I got to get into a conversation about this Kendrick versus Drake situation. I'm not gonna get no messiness, no messing, because I want to make. I know you got relationships with a lot of folks, okay? But how did you view that from a zoomed out point of view? Especially, I remember covering a story that said that labels were going to deprioritize signing hip hop acts in place of more like world music and Afro beats and different things. It just seemed like hip hop and rap were heading in a different direction. And this thing happened, and I mean, damn it, you've seen it from a very different vantage point. What are kind of your zoomed out points of views now that we're almost a year since the first song dropped?
Crazy. I love it. I love that it happened. Because not only did Kendrick give the West Coast his juice back, I think he gave all real hip hop, real MCs, real lyricists. Because we've been lacking that for years, especially with the trap sound. It's all about ad libs and just melodics. So I feel like he gave the whole hip hop a revive. What? You know what I mean? He's out here rapping bars. We like it, Drake. Sorry, even us ladies. Yes, we do love it.
When you look at a woman, you see a woman, say stuff like that, to say what she just said, I instantly go back to the Drake line. Or the stripper with a Bible or some shit stripper with a dictionary or some shit like that. It shows how he's out of touch. Think about this. All these songs he got about women and strippers and whatnot. Guess what? Strippers don't retire from stripping. Even the best one to tell you, she had a hustle, a plan to get out. Because she knew that wasn't about to be forever for her. Whether it was school, stacking money, and then going into a whole nother business for herself. I know one stripper that she did that until she had the money to buy a building because she wanted a nail shop. So if your song is constantly for strippers, and they not gonna be around forever. Every stripper leaves the stage eventually. How would you ever expect it to stay relevant? And then as far as the other part, and I feel like that's the most important part of this whole Drake and Kendrick thing. Even though we all love the salacious stuff, we like the back and forth, we like the little gossipy feeling of it sometimes. I've discovered more rappers in the last 3 or 4 months than I have in the previous 8 to 10 years. Because again, I tuned out hip hop. I was disappointed. So I said, I threw my hands up, and y'all got it. Y'all can have that. I can listen to old hip hop or play some throwback oldies. I'd rather do that. I wasn't willing to take what you can't force feed me BS. And I wasn't gonna let the game do it to me, so I let it go. But I think I'm a Ray Vaughn addict. Like, I think I got high. I might end up having to do a separate video. I got high hopes for Ray Vaughn. I think he about to tell everybody a new one. Right now, I think that's heavy in my rotation. Big X the Plug is the top dog of my rotation. AZ Shite, I'm like she said, going back through the back catalog. I just started going through his back catalog. With a hit of J3, I started listening to some of his stuff. Like, this is something that they used to do way back when. We used to get introduced to the next up and coming, because they used to like do concerts and be the opener. Like, you seen them coming because they was on the road with the A-Team, but it was you was the opener, or you helped set the stage up, or they was in the paying dues phase, which maybe is the paying dues phase still around for hip hop. For those who care, if you don't care, you probably not watching this video anyway, because this is the way I think around here. There's a such thing as paying dues in everything in life, and hip hop ain't no different. That's part of my issue with Drake. I don't remember his paying dues moment. When was he in that block? And it wasn't no quick shit. He was there for a little minute. And then eventually, you know what I'm saying, you got to do a verse on the song, or hell, actually before you got on the actual song, one of the homies, after they see you done, been around, you've been pushing through, working on your craft, you got on a mixtape to show that you can stand on your own. And then after a couple of mixtape runs, you finally got a part on an actual album. You know what I'm saying? On somebody else's album. Like, yeah, I'm bringing you on, you featuring this new motherfucker. And then if you kill that, that's when everybody get to, hey, between the, you know what I'm saying, he killed that motherfucker mixtape 3, and he did this. Oh, he was on that song, and he was almost as good as homie. Like, the buzz get built for that actual first album release. We got to see where you came from. That's important, because that helps build a taste for what you offer, for one, and it help. I don't have to buy into you immediately. I get to take my time and really see if I really want to fuck with you or not. And then if the album hit, you on your way. Now we talking about that sophomore album. This is how music used to go. I'm hoping music goes back to that. Music should go right back to that. Perfect formula.
I love what Kendrick did. And it's such a vibe. So I'm so happy that happened.
I can't tell you the amount of.
I ain't tripping.
I know, yeah.
Drake don't come holla at us like Kendrick does. So
right,
you know what I mean. So sorry, Drake.
Really specific.
Curtis King TV. This was DJ Charisma. Definitely go check out Curtis King. If you leave a comment, let him know I sent you over there, so he know that, you know what I'm saying? It's all an ecosystem. When you do stuff like that, it helps build my channel up to like, hey, I'm not just using your content just to fuck it off. Yo, I'm trying to highlight something that maybe you didn't want to talk about, but the opportunity to talk about this, and this was here. Let them know. You know what I'm saying? We fucking with them over here. I'm not gonna ever refer y'all to anything that I don't watch on a daily basis. And the interview was dope. That interview was dope. This was just a smaller one. I watched the full length one. I'm glad. Look, we could have reviewed that whole interview. That's how good that interview was. There's a lot of insights. So I mean, if you somebody who's interested in knowing how a little bit more about how music is decided to be handed out to us from the radio side, and how all that worked. Again, she's been in the game a long time. It's a lot of information. If you like information, check that interview out. So how are we feeling about everything right now? Like, just to put a little bow. You know, I like putting bows on shit. Just to put a bow on what I think was the main thing that I pulled away from this interview with, right, is the idea of the regional sound. That wasn't the best thing out of her interview. I want to be clear. You got to watch the full length version. I want to make sure I pin both of them in the description so y'all can go ahead and don't click the one I just showed y'all, because that's only like 9 minutes. I showed y'all about 5 or 6 minutes of it. Get you some popcorn and watch the full length. It's a good watch. I only harken on the regional sound thing because I think that is what was lacking. And the consequences of that was Drake. Yeah, you know I'm gonna spin the block one more time. If we were focusing just on our own separate little regions, he wouldn't have been here, bro. Y'all hear the agitation in my voice? Yeah, I'm a little high too, but we wouldn't have had to do none of this. That's what I got. It ain't deep. It wasn't gonna be deep today. It's Monday. And we're always anti-Drake now, aren't we? So with that being said, I'm Oops Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. and we hate Drake. I get at y'all.